Hiya, Mimi here. This is my second vlog and I will be recounting my Canberra Geek Markets experience. As a quick side note, I will be reading off my iPad because I tried to print stuff for my script and my printer kind of didn't work this morning. So yeah, if I'm ever looking down, it's my script. Yeah, but I'll try and maintain eye contact. So here we go. This was my first time down to Canberra for a market. It's my first out of Sydney market slash convention. So super exciting. Geek Markets is a 1-day event, which is a good starting point for me to do a market outside of Sydney. It's a free event for attendees. There's no ticket price, which I think is super cool. I don't think there's many Australian events that do that, at least not like convention type events. So yeah, we had a short stop at Macca's on the way. I had Macca's and then my partner had a pie from this lovely pie shop. My partner had a shepherd's pie, which he highly recommends. He absolutely devoured it. Another hour and a bit, we arrived in Canberra in all its autumn magic. All the trees had this red like hue and it was just really nice coming in, and a lot of the trees were dripping little leaves down and they were leaving the pavement, and it was all just really beautiful. We chose to stay in an Airbnb because we were splitting accommodation with my table neighbor, Lazy Fox Art, and it was just the easiest way we could do the accommodation. After a short rest, we headed over to Fitzroy Pavilion to start the bump in for Geek Markets. We bump in on the Friday, and then the Saturday is the market, and then after the market on the Saturday we just take all our stuff for the bump out, which is nice and easy. It's always good to do it on the Friday before because there'll be something you'll need to do the next morning. Like, even if you plan everything, there'll be something you'll have to do. So I always do it the day before, and I love to sleep so I don't have to wake up as early on the Saturday because it's already such a big day. It was my first convention for the year, so between my last convention and now I've added a lot of stuff, mostly because I was doing a lot of markets and I had 2 tables and like a bigger space, so I kind of made more to expand out, but now I'm back to 1 table. I had to do a bit of a practice setup to make sure that I could put all the stuff I wanted to have out. I'm glad I did that before going down because I think the first convention or 2 I didn't do a practice setup and it was kind of a mess. The bump in took a lot longer and I just wasn't very happy with the setup. You have like more time to think about it if you do a practice setup, so I highly recommend doing that. I was able to set up relatively fast. I still take a while compared to everyone else. I guess it really just depends on what you have. If you only have prints, it's relatively fast from what I can see. Other people just coming in and leaving straight away. I take quite a while because I have so many different things, and then my jewelry stuff I don't transport on the stands, so I transport my earrings and keychains and bracelets and stuff in like just plastic boxes like that are kind of like all cut up, and not cut up but like, oh wait, I'll get one that are like these. Transport them in these. It's my Etsy one, so they put aside, but yeah, so I transport them in a separate kind of box, and then when I get to the convention I start putting them out on the little stands. It does take a little while because I kind of figure out what I want to put out on the day. I don't plan that. It's probably something I could look at doing in the future, but I kind of just eyeball it. I've set up the boxes to have like all the pink earrings kind of in one section, and the pink and green ones all together, the blues and the yellows all kind of, so each row will have like the same color earrings. I think that works the best for people. I've done it a bunch of different ways and I think that's definitely helped, at least because people tend to be like, oh, I'm looking for earrings for this outfit that I have, and so they can just kind of look that way. Once we were happy with our setup, we threw the like kind of drop cloths over our setups and then we headed home. We totally didn't go to Officeworks and print out a bunch of signs that I hadn't made yet because I didn't have time to do it in Sydney. And also my friend Paige also had to go to Kmart and get a bunch of stuff for her table. So we're both a bit of a mess. And then we had grilled dinner together, and then we definitely did head home for the night, but I didn't record any of that stuff, so oops. So the day of Geek Markets was pretty miserable and rainy, unfortunately, but luckily that was juxtaposed with the fact that it was such a great day. It was so much fun. We had an absolute blast. I met so many lovely people, so many great customers, and I had so many amazing conversations with people. It was such a small event, but so many people came through. There was only 4 Artist Alley like rows, like double-sided, but that also meant that people had a chance to kind of walk through them quite a few times. They didn't get like overwhelmed or anything. According to the email I received from Geek Markets last night, it was their biggest market so far with 7,000 or over 7,500 attendees, which I can't fathom. Like, I couldn't imagine seeing that many people, but apparently I did, which is crazy. I think it's still quite a small convention, so it's great that they're getting like huge numbers like this, and I'm really happy for them. As to what was popular on mine, my earrings were the most popular, which is kind of pretty normal for me. I put the most earrings out, so it's also what people kind of see first. But second popular were my enamel pins, which is kind of new for me. As to which pin was the most popular, it was my Pom Purin pin, which I love. I think he is probably maybe my favorite, a second favorite. My favorite's probably Tuxedo Sam out of my pins. But yeah, he was the most popular. I had 1 A grade left, and then I had a bunch of B grades that I still had, but it's the first time I've kind of been that low on stock. All round, Geek Markets was such a great time. I definitely will consider doing more Canberra markets in the future. A bunch of people asked if I will be down again soon, and hopefully the answer is yes. I know there's GammaCon coming up, which the applications aren't open yet for, but when they do open, I think I'll definitely be applying for it. I've already applied for Oz Comic Con Canberra, so we'll see how that goes. And then I'm definitely looking at doing Geek Markets in the future because it was such a fun time. It's a good little weekend of a 1-day event. And the organizers were super nice. If you're an artist and you're either in Canberra or in Sydney, or I don't know, if you're in Melbourne, definitely look at doing Geek Markets. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, I can't really sing the praises enough. So for my current obsession, I have 2. I couldn't pick. One kind of snuck up on me. But the first one is this t-shirt I got. I wore it at Geek Markets. And I'm obsessed with it. I got it a few days before Geek Markets had arrived, and it's from an artist in America called Tabetai. I put her info somewhere, and I'm obsessed with it. I want to wear it every day. I might have worn it twice without washing it yet. One at Geek Markets and one on my birthday, which was yesterday. I love it so much. Can't talk about it much. I got a bunch of other stuff as well from Tabetai too. It was my first order with her. I've tried to order before, but she usually only opens her store for like a few days. And everything kind of sells out, so you have to get there really quickly, and I've either missed the alert or I was broke at the time, so this time I was prepared and I got almost everything I wanted. A few things were sold out, but I managed to get the shirt. It's in a large, if you're wondering what size it is if you're trying to get stuff. It's in a large, but it's quite loose on me, but I like loose stuff, so it's good. I ordered more of her stuff for her clothing drop that she did recently, a pre-order. So they'll be coming soon, but they're in a medium, so hopefully they fit. I think they should. I also got these keychains. I got a bunch of stuff from her. I love it all. I got keychains from her, and I got prints and washi tape. I love all her stuff. She's one of my favorite artists at the moment. And her art style is just like, the colors, so many. Even this one, I used to draw like this. This is what art I used to do to get into performing arts school I went to. I did like a doodle drawing like this, and then I didn't think it was viable, so I stopped doing it, but now I'm realizing, why did I stop? So maybe I might change up my art style a bit. I don't know. I got this freebie print, which is actually probably my favorite because I'm Year of the Tiger, and yeah, just look at that. Yeah, and I got a bunch of stickers too, but yeah, Tapatai. Follow her, look at her stuff. It is in America, so it's all in USD, and the shipping can be expensive depending on what you think expensive is. But when it comes to shipping, but Australian people are usually kind of used to that. But yeah, super worth it. I love everything. I definitely will be buying again. All the stuff is cute. A few freebies were chucked in. Yeah. And then for my second obsession, it is the one that snuck up on me, which is Minecraft Legends. It's a video game. It's cross-platform. It's on Switch. It's on PC, it's on Xbox, PlayStation 5 I'm assuming, maybe 4, I don't know if they still bring out games on 4. It's on a bunch of things, probably going to be on something that you have. I've been playing on PC, my partner and I got it, and it's so much fun. We're addicted to it. I only started playing it as we got back from Canberra because I kind of knew it was going to be addicting, so because I had so much stuff to do, I didn't want to start it, but since I have, all I want to do every second of the day is play Minecraft Legends, which isn't very productive. But since I go back to work tomorrow, I'm gonna have to find it in me to stop. And also I need to find some time for me to do more art, obviously. So yeah, it's so much fun. My partner and I find it really hard to find games that we both like. He likes playing more of the like realistic shooter games, like Arma, and wouldn't even say Rainbow Six Siege is one of those, but Hunt, and you know, those kinds of games. And then I like cartoony, like usually Nintendo games or indie developer games, with like a cozy vibe. But then somehow with this game, we're totally both addicted to it. There's so many different like gameplay styles you can play. There's a versus mode, which is 4v4, but there's also a campaign, which is co-op. So I've been playing it with my partner, and you can also play with up to 4 people in your campaign. And yeah, this is not sponsored. And yeah, there's so many different play styles. If you want to attack more, you can go and attack, which is usually what my partner does, or you can build, which I like to do, or gather, and it's just so much fun. I want to play it right now. Well, that's it for vlog number 2. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!